Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
If this world were mine.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
Johnjay and Rich. Call us at 877-937-1047. Text us. Text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. Sunday, 10 a.m., New Couples podcast drops on the Johnjay Rich On Demand channel. It's going to be my wife and I, Blake and I. So we're going to tape the podcast today. So when the time comes, and Peyton will post on all our social media, a place where you can ask the questions you want Blake and I to answer, and we will do that. So just go to Johnjay and Rich soon and ask any questions you want.
Are you nervous about this one?
Well, you know, my wife and I were going for a walk yesterday, and she said, how do we handle the podcast? And I was like, people can ask us questions. We just answer the questions. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's what you did, right?
Yeah, for the most
Is
part.
that what you did?
I brought up a few things, but mostly it was from listeners.
You did what?
I brought up a few things that I was curious to ask about.
I don't plan on bringing anything up.
Other than the questions that are asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, that'll be on Sunday at 10 a.m. It'll drop on this channel, the Johnjay and Rich On Demand channel. So last night, I was at the Suns game with my son Dutch, and I like getting there because I love food. I love the food there. And as soon as I walked down, Peyton grabbed me. I didn't even. Peyton was like, "Hey!" It's one of those things again, the little things in life, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect to see
Can't
her.
believe I'm seeing you here. We're both here.
Yeah. And then she says, "If you leave early, can I have your seats?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Smart.
So I'm out third quarter. I text her. She's already home. I was like,
Whoa, you pulled a Johnjay before Johnjay.
I did. He texted me. I was literally pulling into my apartment. I was like, I'm going to bed.
I was like, hey, I'm going to slide out. You can have my seats.
I mean, I know that's Johnjay's move, but when do you leave a game early, Peyton?
I mean, I was ready to go home. I had a long day yesterday. It's been a long couple of weeks. I wanted to go to bed. I just wasn't interested in the game.
Part of the rebranding. You get sleep now.
Yeah, I do.
That's pretty
and I
impressive.
feel like it's starting to show, too. You know what I mean? It makes all the difference in the world. Like, sleep really is that important.
It's a pretty big deal.
It is. It's fantastic. And so I sacrificed my sleep so I could go to the Suns game with my son. And then I got up at the normal time that I get up, so I was a little tired. So I started rolling into Starbucks last week because here at the radio station, they supply us with coffee, and they have this, it's a unique coffee machine that I just learned how to work about a year ago. And they have espresso packets, and they're out of espresso. And I've been doing espresso every day in my coffee. So now they don't have it. I feel like I'm missing something. So I've been driving by, going into Starbucks every morning the last week. And yesterday I went into Starbucks because I'm getting okay sleep, but I just get a medium coffee. I forget the language. They have the language. You know,
Grande.
A grande. I get a grande with 2 espresso shots, okay? $7. All right, whatever, I pay. This morning, because I'm on no sleep, I get the largest one they have, which is called the Venti, with 3 espresso shots, okay? Grande, 2 espresso shots,
Yeah.
$7.
Yep.
Venti, 3 espresso shots, $6.
What? Well,
And
why wouldn't you do that all the time?
I say to the guy, I go, why is this cheaper? And he goes, it shouldn't be. And I'm like, look, man, this is what I paid yesterday, this is what I paid today. He's like, that's weird. Of course, he just woke up.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like, anyway, I just want to let you know so I'm not pulling a fast one. Like, so I pull out of here. And then Peyton says something about there's this new policy at Starbucks. And I'm like, I wonder what the policy is. Pay more, get more, pay less.
No, that's not the policy. Apparently, there's this new policy on Starbucks where the Starbucks baristas have to write a nice message or draw on your cup every time you go now.
Oh, look, here's my cup. Look at that.
Is there a little sign? Is
Nothing.
there like a smiley?
Nothing.
Is your
really
sleeve
tired.
covering it, maybe?
They're supposed
Yep,
to write
nothing.
Have a
Nothing
good
at all.
day.
Not even your name.
Or like put a little heart. So like all of the baristas on TikTok are like drawing these insane drawings of things on people's cups, and it's supposed to be amazing.
I got nothing.
Like it's even rare that they don't even have your name or checked off what your order is. It's a blank cup.
Hold on. Maybe it has to do because I went through the drive-thru. Do you think
Still.
do they write your name when you go through the drive-thru?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
But you use your app, don't you?
No.
Oh, then I don't know. They should be
I mean,
writing.
wait, because you go, welcome to Starbucks. Can I help you? Yeah. Can I get a venti, whatever? Sure, no problem. They don't say, what's your name? So why would they know my name on the drive-thru?
Yeah, they do in
That's a
person
good
when you
point.
walk in.
Right? So when you pay, then you get your name. But
Sometimes I
That's a
feel
good
like they
point.
ask what's the name on the order when there's a few people in line. But therein, though, Peyton, is
I've never had them
Johnjay.
ask my name in the drive-thru.
John
not in
Jay
the
customer
drive-thru.
service right there.
Oh, okay.
That's just John Jay that happens. So I bet everybody else got drawings.
And then you know how they put a little stopper in your cup so that
The little green thing.
yeah, they put a little stopper, that little green thing right there. They put it on your cup so that way if you're driving, it doesn't spill. And when I walk up the stairs, it doesn't spill. The guy gave me this without a stopper, and I go, "Hey, can I get a stopper, please?" He goes, "Sure." So I put my cup through the window, and he puts the stopper in, and it's hard to put in, and he's pushing down on it. I'm like, I almost dropped this whole cup of coffee because the guy was a violent stopper pusher.
That could have been a lawsuit. You should have let it happen. Just kidding.
Yeah,
No,
right.
for real though.
A lot went down today at the Starbucks.
Yeah, I guess so.
So tomorrow, if I go through, I'll be like, "Hey, you gonna rather a smiley face?" I'm like, when I go through the drive-thru, I'm
That's
gonna
a new
order.
policy. I'm supposed to have doodles on here.
So that'll be $12.
Anyway.
It's going to be twice as expensive now.
Speaking of doodles, I was at the Suns game last night, and there's a couple of moments where they're downtime, and I'm working, I'm planning the show out and stuff, and I go to Kyle's Instagram, and she posts something so stupid, but I laughed out loud so hard because it's so Kyle. If you go to @unfug, you can see it, the skedaddle.
Oh yeah.
It is so funny. It is literally, it's like exactly her personality, all rolled into one. Did you guys see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
She goes, my definition of skedaddle.
This is what I mean when I say let's skedaddle. And it's just this horse doing this prance thing. I don't know. It just looked hilarious. And I was like, that is what I mean. Let's skedaddle.
And that is her. That's what she just said right now is exactly what I heard when I saw the video.
That's very Kyle.
It's on at Unfug. You can see the video. Know what I'm talking about. What's coming up, Kyle, and 3 things we need to know.
I'll tell you why you may need to do a well check on your relationship. Next with Johnjay and Rich.
Call the show and join the fun. 877-937-1047.
Kicking it with Johnjay and Rich.
Before we get to 3 things you need to know, you can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to us to the number 96893. There's a text here about Kyle watching Dexter. Because you remember, Dexter came out in like 2008, and Kyle's watching it, just finished watching it. But she's seen it before. It was the second time you've seen it, right? The whole
Correct.
series. She says, "Hey, Kyle, I've never watched Dexter before, but I'm ready to commit to the show. Can you start this over so I have someone to talk to about it?"
I would love to watch the series for a third time. It's that good. I totally would. But then I think I wouldn't hear the end of it from Johnjay. I need you to watch the new shows.
What do you got? 3 things we need to know.
So it could be the end of an era. Weight Watchers is preparing to file for bankruptcy in the coming months as a part of a plan to hand control of the business to its creditors. You can kind of blame Ozempic and Wegovy, all of these weight loss drugs, just with the fast skinniness are putting Weight Watchers out of business. It's time to do a well check on your relationship because it turns out more couples call it quits in March and April than any other time of year.
So sad.
I know. Experts say you can actually kind of blame the sunshine and fresh air as we shake off the winter's chill and like cozy Netflix nights. People are like, whoa, do we still fit in the warm weather? It's like an emotional spring cleaning, out with the old, in with the new. But I mean, just because it's spring, it doesn't necessarily mean your relationship is over. If it's strong and healthy, obviously you're going to be fine. But just like I said, just do a well check. Where are we at?
I can see that because it's like beautiful outside. You're like, look at all this life I could live, and you're in this toxic relationship. Boy, bye.
Yeah,
I love it.
Exactly. So I don't know a whole lot about Fortnite, but I saw this and I thought it's absolutely hilarious. So Sabrina Carpenter, she's actually headlining the Fortnite Festival Season 8. And so because of that, there's all these Sabrina Carpenter skins. But it's causing absolute chaos on the game because Fortnite players are breaking the rules by refusing to shoot opponents in Sabrina Carpenter skins. And apparently, like when this usually happens, you could get like banned from the game. Sometimes it's only for 3 days, but if you do it a lot, you could get banned permanently. But there's this new feature where it's like people are banding together. It's the emote together feature, and it's allowing for this to happen.
They're like, keep Sabrina safe out here.
I know. I thought that was so funny. I was like, well, people really respect and love Sabrina Carpenter. They don't even want to kill her in a video game. Oh, okay. And last but not least, I love this, but there was a 9-year-old who missed the bus in Kansas and decided to take matters into his own hands. He took his parents' pickup truck, started driving it to school.
Wow, that kid's going to be just fine in life. Get it done.
The cops spotted this little kid driving a truck into the elementary school and ended up investigating, found out what happened. He wasn't actually cited. The cops saying, look, he's already in a lot of trouble with his parents. We're going to let his parents take care of this one. But I thought the same thing, Rich. Like a 9-year-old, he's like, I missed the bus. I got to get to school somehow.
There's
Very
the hustle.
resourceful.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's 3 things you need to know.
We're going to get into horoscopes, but first, there's like regular people that call into horoscopes, right? Like, like Shanae, like that guy Mike the Virgo's new. November. That's what I'm getting at. November. I haven't heard from her in a while. And her name, November's first name is November, right? There's a woman going viral right now on social media because her name is November.
That's why she's going viral?
Yeah.
Well, because it's November, June.
Yeah.
Is her name, but she wasn't born in November or June.
Right, which is like November. She wasn't born in November.
Yeah, no.
So this is her acting out how people constantly ask about her name being November.
Your real name is November. Yes. Were you born in November? No. I mean, I've met in April before, but that's really cool that that's your name. My mom, her name is April. Oh, so it's like a thing. Next, you're going to tell me you've got like a June or a January. My middle. June is also my grandma's name, and it's my middle name. And I'm going to guess that neither of them were born in those months. It's just a thing. I mean, April and June are pretty common. It's not like you have a December in the family or something, right? My sister's middle name may or may not be December. And she wasn't born in December, right? Absolutely not. You act like I had a choice in any of this.
I mean, it's like we have a listener named November.
Yeah.
Like, we should have we could all the times we've been around her, we could have made something go viral with her. We dropped the ball on that one, you guys. What's the vibe for horoscopes today, Peyton?
We're going to talk about what everyone thinks you're like versus how you actually are based on your zodiac sign.
Shanae, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Everybody thinks I'm mean, but I am so not. So let's see what you got, baby.
I mean, you're pretty spot on, Shanae. You always get called two-faced or messy, like you're the villain in some reality show. But if we're being real, you're just complicated. You adapt to different people, and yeah, you might talk fast and flirt with everyone, but that doesn't mean that you guys are fake. You're funny, you're curious, and you're smart, and you guys keep things interesting. Honestly, people wish they had a Gemini's range.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Own all that. That's good.
Hey, I think it's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm well-rounded.
You are.
All right, Shanae.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Have a good
Shanae.
one.
Bye. Hi, Julie. What's your sign?
I am a Capricorn.
Okay, Capricorns. People swear you're cold and only care about yourself and your career, but you're secretly one of the most sentimental signs in the zodiac. You don't show emotion easily, but you do feel it deeply. You're responsible, but you also throw the best parties and get-togethers because if you're going to have fun, it better be high-quality fun.
Oh, I love that. That sounds great.
Good.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
Hi.
What's up, Mike?
Good morning. I'm rolling with you, Johnjay. Let's see what she has for Virgos today.
Virgos, people think you guys are nitpicky and a little judgy, but it's not because you're mean. It's because you genuinely remember everything and you have very high standards. You don't forget what people said at like 2:47 p.m. 3 Thursdays ago because you guys pay attention. You're not cold. You're just constantly processing, fixing, organizing, and trying to keep the entire group chat alive.
If the brain is always working, the brain's always working.
Yeah, like I think that there's people that like don't like me in this building, and I don't think I ever did anything mean to them. I just remember what they said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
You remember?
Oh, yeah, you definitely remember. More than 3 weeks ago. Johnjay could go back 18 years.
Right.
You guys have a blessed day. Thank you, guys.
See you, Mike. Hello, Jan. Jan.
Hey, I am a Kyle. Let's see what you got for Libras.
Yes, and Kyle is a Libra, and so are you, John. Okay, Libras. People think you're flirty and indecisive, just floating around like the little social butterfly that you are, but you're a lot deeper than that. You want peace and beauty and connection with the people around you, so you're really charming, but that might come off as fake, but that's not the case. You care about people's feelings, and that's a strength for you guys. You're not avoiding conflict. You're just trying not to ruin the vibe for the most part.
Yeah, you got the indecisive part very well.
Yeah, for sure.
Just want everyone to get along.
Yeah.
All right.
Good time.
Thanks, John.
Bye, John.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
If we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjayandrich.com. We got your chance to win all morning long. Chainsmoker tickets today. Kesha tickets today. Keep listening. Here's Kendrick Lamar, John Jay and Rich.
Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
John Jay and Rich. Anna, good morning.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi. Well, I heard they were talking about the Kardashians earlier this morning. And I have a story. Back in about 2010, possibly, I was working at an upper-end store, higher-end store, and they put out an entire line of shoes. This was when Chloe was with Lamar. There was even a Lamar. The shoes were fabulous. One of our sales associates was following Kim Kardashian on social media, and she made a comment and said, "Oh my gosh, these shoes, this line of shoes with your names is so fabulous. They're so cute." The next thing we know, we get a cease and desist letter, and the line of shoes were pulled from the floor. The shoes even had the names inside of them, so they had to pull the entire line of shoes, redo them, redo the boxes with the names and everything, and it was a really big deal. And the sales associate actually got reprimanded by the company that she wasn't allowed to, get online and make any comments about our store. So, we weren't allowed to use the names.
Wait, was it a line by the Kardashians or a line that was collabing saying, this is the Kim shoe, this is the Chloe shoe?
Yes, that's what they were doing. They were collabing.
Well, that's illegal.
Yeah, and especially...
They used the names. Yeah. I was thinking that maybe back in 2010, possibly, when social media, I don't know, it was still big, but I think people were
When it was still big?
things out.
Social media is still big.
Yeah, it's still big. But maybe everyone was just still trying to figure it out, and maybe, I don't know, but it's a well-known company. I know I probably can't say the name on air, but yeah, that's what happened. So they pulled the entire shoes. I was really sad because they were really fabulous.
Like that a big company wouldn't know they'd have to get the Kardashians' permission, but then just the feeling of getting a cease and desist letter from Kris Jenner, I would be like, I feel personally attacked.
Totally. I would bring it,
It was so surprising. It was very surprising. I just did not see that coming. So, yeah, but it was pretty interesting.
Well, thank you, Anna. Thanks for sharing that with us.
You bet. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks today?
There's a hack, but you're drinking your coffee totally wrong.
Kesha tickets coming up. Stacks and Hacks is next with John Jay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist.
And so that it's Billie Eilish.
It's Teddy Swims, and you're listening to John Jay and Rich.
Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. A study has found that background music at work can tank employees' moods and productivity. Employers can benefit by allowing workers to pick their own music or by creating quiet zones. Someone asked, what is one type you would never date again? And the top responses are people who are always miserable, people who are emotionally unavailable, and loud bar talkers.
Oh, interesting.
In fact, also on that list is somebody said, Anyone named Jason?
I was like, how specific are we getting? Because I would never date someone whose dad was a psychiatrist ever again.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine that would be really
Oh,
bad.
it was awful. Stop trying to diagnose me.
That happened? You dated someone whose dad was a psychiatrist?
Yeah, and he would try to tell me about my life and my problems, and I would be like, you are way more messed up than I am, dude.
I didn't know that about you. That's interesting.
Again.
Was anything, even though you were offended, was any of it right?
Of course not.
Okay, good.
You know what's funny? When I think back to the people that I've dated, I don't know what their parents did for a living.
Oh, he was like, my dad's a psychiatrist, so I know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Like, he was the worst.
A man in Georgia called 911. This is a crazy story. His wife saw someone snooping around their house. And in the middle of a call, he calls down. He's not home. She calls him. He calls 911. And in the middle of a call, the 911 operator starts ordering a McGriddle from McDonald's. And so this is the guy talking about his 911 call and part of the actual call from 911.
My wife called me while I was at work at about 9:30 and said someone we know was snooping around the house, knocking on the doors, banging on the windows and stuff. I was panicking because, my wife is home alone with my 5-month-old daughter. And I was, coming home not knowing what I was going to come home to.
McGriddle? Sorry, what?
That should never happen. Your ordering breakfast should be different from your answering a call, and the two should never intertwine.
Isn't that nuts?
I would be like, this is an emergency. I don't think your McGriddle is necessarily an emergency.
I don't know. McGriddles are pretty good.
I would have been like,
handle this first, maybe,
I think
though.
you might have a knife. Can I also get a McGriddle? They're saying this could be the last straw for driverless taxis. On Monday, a Waymo self-driving taxi glitched out and caused a major backup at a Chick-fil-A. People were annoyed, but no one was hurt. I saw the other day, first time I've seen this, and I don't know if it's a relative of the Waymo, part of the Waymo, but it was a minivan, a Waymo minivan.
Oh, I haven't seen those yet.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Waymo, but the best way, it's kind of like Kleenex now, right?
Right.
Like it's a Waymo. So it was yellow, and it was really cool looking. I'm a big fan of Waymo right now, man. I'm telling you. Experts are warning, do not reveal too much to ChatGPT in case it ever gets hacked. Things you shouldn't share include passwords, bank info, embarrassing secrets, and stuff that could be used to steal your identity. Real quick, a popular gamer named Rachel Hofstetter, she had a 30-second cameo in Minecraft, and they said they cut her out because she spoke out about Jason Momoa's bad behavior.
Oh, yeah.
What do you get for life hacks, Rich?
Coffee's kind of a new thing for you, right?
Yeah,
You're new to the coffee world.
I'm nude to the coffee world.
Peyton, do you drink coffee in the afternoon at all?
Sometimes. It depends what I have going on.
Like,
But
will you
sometimes.
nap and wake up and take a coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a couple of things that we can do better when we drink our coffee, according to coffee experts. So if you're going to take a nap, they say 20-minute nap, but drink your coffee right before you lay down because it takes about 20 minutes for the caffeine to kick in.
I've done that. It works.
And you don't want to take longer than a 20-minute nap in the afternoon because then you're going to wake up kind of groggy, but that'll provide you the kick. Okay. So if you're going off to practice or something like that. Now, I can't do that because I'd be hyper for the rest of the night. I'm not allowed.
Yeah, that's usually when I do go get coffee is when I'm heading to the basketball gym to coach. But I'll have to try that out, Rich.
And
Thank
then
you.
try this. Do you do creamer at all or straight up?
I do.
I see you have a stir stick.
I do,
So
yeah.
here's the hack. Next time, put your creamer in first. Then when you pour the coffee in, it already mixes it. You don't have to use a spoon or a stick or anything like
Look at that.
So that is the easiest money-saving, easy-to-remember hack. But if you want to look them up, they're all available at johnjayrich.com.
I don't know how you found us.
But I'm so thankful that you did. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. Call us at 877-937-1047 or text us. Text JJR. And then whatever you want to say to us to the number 96893. This Sunday, 10 a.m., we drop our third couples podcast. It's going to be my wife, Blake, and I. We're going to tape it today. So if you have any questions for Blake and I, you can text us right now on the number I just gave you. Peyton, you're going to put up something on social media later today, right?
Yeah, it's already up on Facebook and on the questions tab on our Instagram story.
So we'll just sit here and her and I will just go over the questions, and I'm hoping they're all for her. So you can do that, or you can text JJR and whatever your question is for me and Blake to 96893, and we'll drop it on Sunday, 10 a.m. Rich and his wife, Stacy, were the first ones And I'm hoping, you know how there's that, what do they call that, like the Superman curse? Like people are in the Superman movie and all these bad things have happened to them.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we don't have the couples curse. Where now we started doing these couples podcasts and then relationships are falling apart. Right? Because what happened with you, Rich?
Stacey was pretty aggressive yesterday on my personality. So we had to go to the bank together to get something notarized, to get some paper signed. So we're driving there. And I am in the best mood. The birds are chirping. It's kind of warm outside. I'm thinking, hey, it might be a pool weekend. I'm talking about Easter. I'm talking about my daughter coming back from New York. And she said, well, you're awful chatty this afternoon. I said, oh, I'm just kind of like, we're catching up because we haven't got a chance to hang out. She's like, listen, do you need to do anything else inside this bank besides get anything signed? The notary thing. And I'm like, no, I don't need anything. We can kind of go in and go out. She's like, exactly. Here's what I don't want from you, is what she says, and I'm quoting. Normally, you like to chat up all the employees and hang around and be all, how's your life? How's your life? I don't want the rich bear hanging out in the hall, visiting all the cubicles in the bank. I just want us to go in there, not talk to anybody, get our things signed, and be in and out. And she looks over from the passenger seat. She's like, you understand this without being offended, right? Don't be offended by what I just said. I'm like, no, I'm not offended. In fact, I said, I'm sorry to disturb your ride for the next 2 minutes. I'm just going to let you chill in silence. I'm going to think about my initiative. She's like, oh, no, you're offended. I hurt your feelings. I'm like, it's the way I am. I talk to people. I go, and by the way, I can't help it if people talk to me. What am I going to do? Be rude? People say hello. I'm going to talk back. So we get inside the bank, and we're waiting for the notary, and the notary walks out. His name is Skyler, and he's like, oh, my gosh, I'm such a huge fan of your show, John. He said, I've even called in before. And I'm like, you've called into our show? And he's like, yeah, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I stayed at home with my son for 10 years, and now I've gone back to work. And I'm like, well, tell me about your family. So he starts, I look at Stacey. I know she's pissed right away.
She's fuming because she literally just said, don't do that.
So I decide I'm going to be a little brat and turn it up a little bit. So I hold court with the guy for a few minutes, and we go to sign things. And then some of the other employees start coming by the cubicle that I know. My friend Hoda comes by. I'm like, Hoda, what's happening? She's like, I just got back from Florida. I'm like, what were you doing in Florida? I got an award. An award for this bank? Tell me all about it. We could have been out of there so fast, but because she put the gauntlet down, I kind of went into stall mode.
I think you would have done that anyway.
How was that car ride home for you?
She was laughing.
Okay.
She thought it was pretty funny.
It's interesting. A guy named Skyler, that's very unique.
Yeah.
I don't remember any guy, but I mean, I know a girl's named Skyler. And then it's somebody named Hoda. I only heard that Hoda from the TV show.
That's why their names are very easy to remember.
Right.
Yeah. And there's another lady
And also,
there,
what happened? So after 10 years, he just left the 10-year-old at home by himself now? He's like,
I think that he got the job offer to come back into the banking world, so him and the spouse decided to switch roles, and then the other one stayed home
now,
for a while.
as far as your wife goes, I completely understand her. You take for it. You talk to everyone. Even just yesterday. Yesterday, we were like doing stuff, and I see you down in the hall talking to somebody that I just say, like, I have relationships with people in the hallway, but they're just as I'm going to the bathroom. I don't stop and talk. And you're like talking to what's his face down there, and
I stop and I got to listen to the story.
I yelled something, and I went in the bathroom, and then I came back out, and I don't know how you do that.
I even said, Johnjay accuses me of the Rich Barrel follow-up question that takes too long. Because I ask a question, and then people answer it because you're peering into their world. But I can't change who I am.
That's
you
true.
You know who you married.
That's
you know
true.
I'm going to chat up the people. And I enjoy that. I like it. She does not.
Don't you change.
Anyway, so she did laugh about it on the way home, but on the way there, it was pretty icy. Icy delivery. Felt pretty attacked there.
So, is that the beginning of the relationship falling apart because of the couples podcast? We got to see now what happens with Peyton and Kadeem next week because they did the second podcast. Blake and I are doing it today.
You might just find yourself in a meltdown.
Blake and I got into this massive fight the other day. It's so weird because we've been together a long time and had maybe 3 fights, and the one we had a month or so ago, the one where I wanted to leave the Suns game early, was so massive. That was the biggest fight we ever had. But then we had we have even one bigger. And I, honest to God, try to step out of the situation. I feel like I'm right.
You always feel like you're right.
And I think that, if I didn't say names and I just told a story and person A and person B, and I was person A, I think people would go person A is right.
You know,
I honestly do.
What if we got like an actual counselor and you explain to the counselor like a couple's
No,
counselor?
because I do all that in real life too. I don't want to go there.
Because I've done that with the big dry cleaning fight that we had, and the counselor laughed at me hysterically, like, you literally did everything wrong when I presented my fight.
Oh, part of me wants to bring it up on the couples podcast tonight and then kind of see where people go. But I do think that no matter what, a lot of people are going to be anti-me just because it's me. You know what I mean? And everyone loves her.
Do you feel like when you bring it up, it's going to restart the fight, or did you have closure to the fight?
I think we had closure to the fight. I think that she could look back now and look differently at it and maybe see things through my point of view.
What about you? Can you see things through her
100%
point of
see
view?
through
'Cause that's
100% see things through her point of view.
Well, that's different. That's good.
Yeah. But her point of view is incorrect.
Oh, my goodness. You're ridiculous. You are impossible.
See, Peyton's already not on your side.
Yeah,
It's like a thin line. It's like a thin line, but and you know, it might be a Virgo thing. It might be, for me, it might be a Virgo thing. It might be a firstborn thing. It also might be a little bit of the spectrum thing. The three things.
Could it be a guy-girl thing, too? That guys see things differently than girls,
It could be.
Because a lot of it comes down to guys are very, cut and dry and we just want to get to the fix,
And also trying to be efficient.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be efficient a certain way.
Yeah.
And, and maybe I didn't take feelings into consideration.
Right, like sometimes you have to be tender. Like I feel like with men, sometimes when they get to a point, it's like you're so it's like so blunt. And it's like we're emotional. Like you have to be soft with us sometimes.
You just nailed the whole thing right there. That's it in a nutshell. That's the fight right there in a nutshell.
Yeah, you gotta be tender.
Well, then you probably weren't right.
But also, that's where it gets to, like, men and women are so different.
That's exactly. I think most couples, I think, have fights over the fact that we're different, and it's always about the little stuff. I mean, if you had to deal with something really big, you'd probably come together just fine. Yeah. But it's the little stuff that I know that's what we go toe-to-toe on all the time. It's the stupid stuff.
We're taping it this afternoon, her and I, so I'll have to test the vibe, and see if I'm grumpy or not. Because I got no sleep last night.
Yeah, you're going to be grumpy.
Yeah. By the way, the Suns lost last night. Suns are not in the playoffs. And Robbie Tripp, who the last 4 years has written songs with me, for the Suns. Remember how, Suns at 4? He just made a big old sad post.
Well,
first time in 4 years I won't be writing a song.
Why not?
Because the Suns
about
are
that.
You should do like the redemption.
Suns are out.
All right, it's Thursday. That means it's time for War of the Roses. Alyssa thinks someone in her life is cheating. So what exactly is going on with you, Alyssa?
Good morning.
What's going on with War of the Roses? How can we help you? Give us a little setup.
Okay, I went over to my boyfriend's house, and I think another woman's shoes were there.
Oh. Well, that's worthy of taking the case, Kyle and Fug.
I would say so.
Okay, War of the Roses. We'll hear her story next with Johnjay and Rich.
Proud to see you shine in the night like the diamond you are.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, time for War of the Roses. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, the way this works is you think someone's cheating on you, so you want to hear the story. Then we're going to call that person up, offer them a dozen red roses, and see if they send them to you or somebody else. That is the concept of War of the Roses. So good morning. What is your story?
Okay, here's what happened. I really think my boyfriend is cheating on me. I went out with my friends the other night, and when I got back to his house, something just felt off. Like, I don't know. I'm almost positive he had a girlfriend over. That's why I'm calling. The lights were low, like it was a vibe. He doesn't set vibes. I set the vibe when I'm there. Just like always on,
Yeah.
And the TV was just sitting on Netflix. Like there was just Netflix open. Nothing was playing, but he's like, he plays video games. I don't know. He doesn't have Netflix on. And I heard something. I think I heard movement in the bedroom I'm not positive about that, but okay, here's the thing that really got me. There was a pair of women's shoes sitting right outside the front door.
Oh. What else
I don't know
do you
how
need?
you deny that. So I asked him about it, and he said they were his mom's. Here's the thing. I know his mom. I wear the same size shoe as his mom, and those shoes were at least 2 sizes bigger. I'm not stupid. I know something's up. I just need to know who she is. So, yeah, that's why I'm calling. I would love your help.
Okay, so if I can recap, you think your boyfriend's cheating on you. You went to his house. There were women's shoes outside his door. There was movement in the bedroom. Guys, I think he's cheating on me. I walked in and he was making out with some girl. I think he's cheating on me.
She just wanted to know who, and I get that because if you confront your boyfriend, he's going to lie.
Yeah.
Why did you walk in the bedroom? Who's back there?
I don't know. I don't like, I guess I do like confrontation, but I felt really weird and I left.
That's what I would have done. I drove by my boyfriend's house at one point, but he was kind of an ex-boyfriend, but we were still kind of talking to each other. But I also know he was kind of seeing someone else, and his garage door was open, and I went in his house, and his room was locked, and I started banging on it, and I was like, who's in there? Who's in there? And he's like, you need to leave. You need to leave. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I see a truck out front. Whose is it?
But you were broken up.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Oh, we were kind of still seeing each other, too.
So through the door?
It was a real messy situation.
Through the door, he's saying you need to leave?
Yes.
Through the door in his bedroom?
Yes.
Did you leave?
No.
And then what?
I was there with my friend, and we just stayed there forever, and then they would not come out.
They're like still there.
Eventually, we left, but like
Kyle's gone on and got married. She got married there in front of the door.
They're still in the bedroom right now.
That is a great story, man. So you were right though?
I was right. Yeah.
So eventually you found out.
Yeah.
Wow. Ah, dang, dude, that's awesome. That's a great story. All right, Alyssa, what's your boyfriend's name?
Vince.
Okay, we're gonna call Vince. We're gonna see who he sends the flowers to. You know what's funny? Do you guys get a visual? Like, I've seen Kyle walk fast.
Yeah.
And I could see her going into this house and pounding on the door.
Right through the hallway at a million miles an hour.
You had to have been there waiting a long time. And I wonder what the girl was doing. Like, she had to be hiding under the covers or something.
They were probably laughing like, oh my gosh, she's psycho.
I'd be so scared.
I would be too.
I have this.
If she's that insistent on getting in there,
I'm just gonna
know what's
like
gonna
right
happen.
now, if I had her crumble cookies in the other room, where are the crumble cookies?
I need the Kris Jenner cookie.
I have this visual of like an evil Kyle in my head, and she does things like that, and I love her.
She doesn't get fired up that often, but when she does, you better look out. It's like a once every 13 years.
I even see her wide steps that she takes, the way she walks.
Yeah, we drove up all slow. We saw the car outside. They accidentally left the garage door open, and we looked at each other. Should we go in? We're going in, right? And we just booked it in.
I love it.
Nothing like Sly or Mission Impossible about it. She came in like they're doing a raid.
Jump.
Hello.
Let's go. Hands up.
You can see that happen in episode 2 of Mobland. Anyway, all right, War of the Roses. We're going to call Vince next. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Let me know what the plan. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Johnjay and Rich, it's time for War of the Roses. We're in the middle of it right now. You got Alyssa. She thinks her boyfriend Vince is cheating. In fact, she says she kind of knows. She just wants to know who the roses are going to, right? I mean, that's pretty much it, Alyssa, right? There are shoes outside of his door that were like bigger than yours. You heard rumbling in the bedroom, and you just left. You didn't want to deal with confrontation. So we're going to call Vince right now and see who he sends the flowers to. Are you ready, Alyssa?
Ooh, I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready, Kyle Unfug?
I am ready.
Okay.
Hello?
Good morning. Is Vince available?
Who's calling?
Is this Vince? Because I have a deal for you, but it can only be for Vince.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Vince, it's kind of your lucky day.
Yeah.
I wish I was there right now. I would like throw up confetti and stuff like that. So my name's Avery. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers, and we have a social media campaign you've been chosen for. So this is what it means for you. You get to send our most romantic bouquet of roses. It's a dozen red roses. You can send it to anyone, like anywhere, totally free. And all we ask in return is that you just post about J&R Flowers on whatever social media platform you use the most. So you get to totally swoon someone for free, and then we get a little bit of marketing out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. So, you need my credit card and shit?
No. I don't need any of that personal information or anything like that. It really is just, we hope that you post on social media about us. We want you to have a really great experience and then tell everyone about it. And that's it. the only personal information I may need from you is I'm going to send the roses out with like a nice little card. If you tell me the message you want to write on the card, that's just sort of to personalize it. Like I said, they're already pretty romantic and sexy on their own. But if you give you the message, then we can like do like name and address, and I'll let you know when we're sending them out.
Let's do it. The message, you already know what it is.
You already know what it is?
Yeah, like that's the message, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like you have to guess the message.
Okay, perfect. That works. Anything else in there? Or do you want like a love Vince or XOXO or something like that?
Nah.
So you don't even want your name on it?
Nah.
Okay. And then who did you want me to address it to?
Courtney?
Yeah. Oh my, you make me so sick.
Alyssa?
Yeah, you're sending the flowers to Courtney.
You're prank calling me with your friends?
Yes, I am on the phone. I can't believe how dumb you are. Yeah, she's crazy.
Really?
We barely talk. It's only
Actually prank
about the
calling
kid.
me with your friends over this?
Oh my God, you lied, Vince. You lied.
What did I lie about?
About being with her. What are you doing? What are you even doing? I can't believe that's what you're going with. What did you think was going to happen? I thought that you hated her. I thought that you were done with the drama. I didn't think that you were out here sending her flowers, like romantic
What did I think was going to happen? Are you putting words in my mouth? I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, she's my baby mama. Like, we have a kid together. We spend time together. Like,
Vince, I got to tell you, you're on the radio. So, I mean, you do get prank called with her friends, but it's radio friends. So you're on Johnjay and Rich War of the Roses. So Courtney is baby mama.
Yeah. Courtney's the baby mama who he was completely over. She's the crazy one. That's what he says. Lots of drama. They fight all the time. You know, tell me what it's like then. Because where I'm sitting, it looks like you're still playing house with your ex, and I'm just, I don't know, you're keeping me around for fun?
the only thing that's happening right now is, like, you're making me embarrass my ex, who's the mother of my child, on the radio. That's what's happening right now.
No, Vince. I'm just the backup. You never stopped loving her. That's what this is. And you just need someone to fill in the space between your fights all the time.
I think you got that figured out. I wonder why you didn't suspect it was her from the jump.
Because she's talking all the time about how he's over. I mean, I don't know.
These men be lying about their relationships with their baby moms.
Yeah.
100%. They lie.
You have a bond with your
Well, you do,
keep that bond or move on and bond with someone else. You don't keep the romance.
And you know how guys are. If they're lying, you've always heard her name. Like, he's complaining about her. That's how he can talk about her.
Yeah,
right?
and plus, like, I feel like that's such easy access. Like, come on, Vince. Like, that's super lame of you. That's super lame of you, because I bet you, Alyssa, I'm sure you already feel, at a disadvantage because he does have a baby with this girl.
Yeah, completely. And she's always going to be around. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was doing a pretty good job of being chill about it and being a nice, like, surrogate mom to this child when we do see each other. I mean, I thought I was being really chill about it, but apparently I was being too chill because he's not over her.
That sucks.
What's happening is, you're going back, like, you knew the deal. Like, now you're, like, changing your mind about it, which is fine. Like, I understand that. Like, I get it.
What am I changing my mind about?
But, like, we've talked about this many times. It's not news.
About you having a romantic relationship with your baby mama? I don't think we've talked about that.
Me sending her flowers is not a romantic relationship. Like, obviously, it's going to be a little different than a friendship. Like, she's a mom of my child.
These sexy, romantic flowers to. And what does that even note? Like, you don't even sign your name so she knows they're from... I mean, like...
That's true.
Clearly, you're the only man in her life. She's still got, like...
The note speaks for itself. Like,
do you already know what this is?
Yes.
You got me forever. You already know what this is. Run, Alyssa, run.
Yeah, No. I hope Courtney enjoys having your shitty ass back, and I hope you enjoy just never seeing me or hearing from me again, okay? This is it.
All right, do we say goodbye to Vince then? But hey, real quick though, Alyssa, can I ask you, a lot of people are texting right now. They want to know, what size shoe do you wear?
A lot of people.
Oh, man. I wear a size 7.5. So
okay, so does Kyle, and I know that. That means that you said that the shoes outside the door were a lot bigger than yours. So I thought this was so Courtney.
Like a 10.
Yeah, good. So now you're like, oh, she's got big feet.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your big feet, baby mama.
The BFBM.
That's funny.
He's with his BFBM right now. That's so good.
I'm sorry, Alyssa.
I know. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you both for going on there with us. Vince, thanks, man. You sound like a great dad.
You already know.
All right. That's the War of the Roses, Johnjay and Rich.
Something's got a hold on me lately. Baby, you make a mess of me.
It's Johnjay and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Before we get to all the stuff you buy online, TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, because we are going to get into that. The text line, you text JJR and whatever's on your mind to number 96893. And I was just telling, Blake and I are doing the couples podcast today. And I was saying I might get into this fight, but I said, remember how I was like, I don't know if it's a me thing, if it's a her thing. And I just got a text from a 623 number. It says, I think it's a Virgo thing. I'm a Virgo and I'm with you, Johnjay. When me and my wife fight, she can never see my point of view. I can always see hers, but it's just wrong. Our couples therapist agrees with me usually 90% of the time.
Ooh.
Rich, another text from a 208 number. Rich, toxic. She set a boundary you completely disregarded it, disappointed in you, LOL. It's not like she asked you this every single place you go.
I love the LOL thrown in there. It like softens the blow.
It totally did. I was like, she's pretty serious about that, but LOL.
Johnjay, Rich, hey, I was listening to the podcast from Tuesday. You're all talking about different strands of the good. Just remember, indica means in the couch. Much love from Casey in Texas. Marijuana humor. It makes sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Johnjay and Rich. Johnjay, when will you no longer say you're new to the coffee world? I feel like you've been talking about it for a long time now.
Never.
He says he's new to the fish world, too, because of sushi.
Okay. Hey, Maddie, good morning.
Good morning.
You sent us a text, right?
I sure did. So I want to start off by saying that I feel like every time you guys bring up a topic, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this. Oh my gosh, I can relate to this. But this was like too spot on. So Kyle had been talking about that she was nervous to bring up her husband wanting to shave her to shave his back. And I just had the same experience for the first time. My husband over the weekend was like, comes out of our bathroom holding razors, holding like an electric razor, and he's all nervous, and he's like, I have a big favor to ask. And I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, do you think that you could shave my neck and my back? And like, we've been married for 13 years, and never has he ever asked me.
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, oh, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I was a little nervous because I don't think I've ever used an electric razor on anything. And so he takes me into the backyard, and I'm like gently shaving his neck. I'm like, is this okay? Does it hurt? And he's like, no. Like, you literally cannot cut me with the razor that you're using. So I got like real into it, and I had the best time.
Sometimes it's pretty satisfying.
It was so satisfying. So I did his neck, and then I'm like, oh, I see you're still on your back. Do you want me to like go down and get your back? He's like, oh, that'd be great. And so I did it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, David, I don't think I've ever seen your skin look so beautiful. And I'm like, can I take a picture for you? I think I did a really great job. So I took a picture and showed him, and he's like, wow, you do better than like my hairdresser does. And I was like, you can ask me anytime. This is great.
I feel like this is like another level of like popping your man's pimples on their face.
I was just going to say that. It has like the same sort of satisfaction attached to it.
Yeah, but guys want this.
So,
They don't want you to pop their pimples. That's great, Maddie. Thank you. By the way, on Kyle's post yesterday, we posted the video of Kyle telling the story, and she's like, I'm not allowed to bring this up. Finally got permission to bring this up. And you read your husband's post. He goes, I hope this doesn't come up on the radio.
Gee, I'm sure glad nobody's going to hear this or ever see it online.
Well, it's relatable. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much for listening.
yeah, no problem.
Hey, bye-bye. So we wanted to get into, like, what did you buy online because of an Instagram post? Because that's what he bought, that back razor or whatever, too, right? Clive, what did you buy?
I bought the SP6 whitening toothpaste.
Ooh, and you saw that on TikTok?
I saw it on TikTok, man. Let me tell you, because I've been, trying to, obviously whiten the teeth, man, and I didn't want to go into the dentist's office and do the whitening because I noticed that those trays only whiten like the first front 6 teeth, bottom, top, and front. So I saw this whitening toothpaste. Let me give it a shot. It was kind of expensive, like $40-something, $40-something. Let me tell you, man, this stuff works, man. I mean, the first time I used it, I filled the whole toothbrush, and it was just suds for days. I don't even know how to explain it. You know how, like, on those videos where the guy's out washing his hair, and then there's somebody behind the wall, and they're pouring more shampoo.
Yeah.
So that first time I'm brushing my teeth, and all these suds, they just keep coming. I'm like, my goodness, what is going on? I was using too much. I went and read some of the reviews, and they're like, man, just use 1/8 of the toothpaste on your toothbrush and just watch out. And this stuff works, man.
I can hear it. I can hear the white smile on your teeth.
Glistening.
Yeah, wow. So what's it called? SJ5? What is it?
It's called SP6 by Dr. Wiki or something like that, man. Miss Dr. Wiki. But this stuff really works. It's probably like $1,000 now with the terrorists and stuff like that.
And have you checked with your dentist to make sure it's like not like stripping away anything important that you need?
You know what? I'm going to have to go and check that out, man. But, like, overall, my oral health is, like, way better, dude. Way better.
Wow, that's great.
Wait, you said SP6?
Yeah, SP-6.
You get it at Walmart for $10.99.
Oh,
Clive.
I got you back, Clive. Actually, there's one now for, $10.99, $9.18.
He got TikTok
Walmart.com.
jacked.
Yeah, right.
Something, man. TikTok, man, it comes too quick. So now I can go to Walmart and get this and not worry about the tariffs and everything.
Oh, no, there's one for $2.49 at Walmart. What?
No,
that one only whitens one tooth.
That's teeth yellowing at Walmart.
Thanks, Clive. Thanks, dude. Hey, you know what I just thought was funny is if we made an ad of Kyle and that back scratcher or the back shaver, like you just said, well, you hold a picture and you're like, Kyle's got your back all the time. Like you said, I got your back. I'm Kyle. I got your back. Vetty, good morning. What'd you get online or TikTok or Instagram?
Good morning. I bought shoes on TikTok, and I was really hesitant to buy them because I work in a hospital, so I'm on my feet for 12 to 13 hours a day. And I live on the Brooks. I live on Hoka's. I live on the thick shoes. And I went for it and bought the Dream Pairs Nordiv 8s off of TikTok, and I have not looked back since. I bought like 4 or 5 pairs, and now I sell them on my TikTok shop.
Are you looking them up right now, Kyle?
What, Dream
What
Pairs?
are they called?
They're Dream. You can find them under my page, Imperfect Parents. But yes, they're Dream
they're like
Pairs.
tennis shoes.
Yes, and they're so freaking comfortable.
They look
The
like
thickness
Hoka's.
of them-
Yeah, they do.
They look exactly like Hoka.
So they are like identical to them. They just don't have the brand name. And let me tell you, I've already bought like 4 or 5 pairs of them, and then I got my husband hooked on them, and we'll never go back. Like, we will never pay the expensive amount that we were paying before, because I used to just buy shoes all the time. I mean, I'm always on my feet.
Oh, wow.
And now I can buy 4 or 5 pairs of these for the amount that I would pay for one pair of Hoka.
under
Like
30
$30.
Okay. Give me.
Yeah,
you got
they're
your TikTok shop? Is that what you said? What is it? I'll look you up. I'll buy some through you. What is it?
We're on the Imperfect Parents, and it's like a little cartoon icon.
And so, are you telling me? You know how it's one of those things where like it's the exact same shoe as Hoka.
I swear
but it's
to
not
God,
a Hoka.
they are like the exact same shoe, but they're not Hoka. And I'm actually wearing them right now. I'm obsessed with them. I can't stop wearing them. My husband's wearing his right now. We have 2 different pairs of them. One are like the On Clouds, and then the other ones are like Hoka's. But I'm obsessed. I have every color.
I'm on it, but how do I find the link to buy the? You got like 14,000 followers. Imperfect Parents. Is that you?
Yes, that's us.
So tell me how to
if
buy
you
the
just-
shoes.
You have to go onto the shop, our link shop. Let me get into it.
I don't see
Tell
it.
you which
See
one.
I can help you with
It's okay.
it.
What?
I can help you with it.
Johnjay needs pain
It'll
right
be,
now.
yeah. I'm like,
All right.
we're too far away
I'm
from
going to
each
follow
other
you,
for me
and
to
I'm going to
know,
buy. I'm going to
but-
buy shoes through you. Okay, I'll buy. I want the kind for high arches, like
Thank
the
you
yoke.
guys for the follow and for buying them. My husband and I appreciate
The
it. and I
Hokas
swear
have a
you're
brand
not-
called Gaiota, I think, and they're for high arches. So let me know what those are. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank-
and if you have wide feet too, because I have wide feet, these are amazing because
Okay.
I have that without those wide feet. So I wear them all the freaking time. They're so comfortable.
Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to get some entertainment news, and we also want to hear more if you're buying stuff online, and it's great. What do we know about entertainment news? I don't have it in front of me. Anyone know? Kyle, do you know?
Kylie Jenner asked Timothy Chalamet to stop doing something, and it's pretty hilarious. And I think it's pretty relatable, too.
All right, good. We'll get to that next. Johnjay and Rich.
Microphone check.
Tap in and say what's up. Check. Open the free iHeartRadio app and tap the talkback mic to send Johnjay and Rich a message now.
In some entertainment news, I saw the Bieber clip.
I know. It's really sad. He's at Coachella with some friends and was going to a coffee shop with some of his friends. And, man, paparazzi knows Justin Bieber is out and about. People are concerned about him. They're going to be following him. That's just par for the course. But he did not like it this time.
Oh, get out of here. All you guys want is money. Money, 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 money. All you care about, guys, is money. You don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go.
Do you know what's really sad to me is the whole Justin Bieber situation is giving me Britney Spears right now. Like,
for sure.
Like that level of crash
the
out?
way
Past
people
trauma.
are like, oh, look at him. He's down and out. Let's hound him to find out what's going on. It's just leave him alone and let him deal with his demons.
Like we want to track the spiral, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
So you think more so of like the negativity that the media is bringing to him is causing this, or are you comparing the Britney crash out to a potential Justin crash out?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Honestly, a little bit of both because it's like we know. Or we don't know because we don't know what's going on in his life. But it seems like he's spiraling. And he's someone who has been through it, was a child in the industry. Britney Spears, same sort of thing. And so I don't know. I feel like we got to leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him deal. Let him live his life.
Timothy Chalamet, you said you had something on him, right?
Yeah, so Kylie Jenner got a little upset that Gwyneth Paltrow talked about her on-screen chemistry with Timothy Chalamet. And so, allegedly, she has banned Timothy from doing any sex scenes in his further movies because it made her so uncomfortable and jealous. And she's like, look, Timothy has no problem being intimate in movies, but Kylie doesn't like it, so we'll see what happens, whether or not he will have those scenes
This is the
moving
ping pong
forward.
movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a serious movie about
Marty
ping pong.
Supreme is what it's called. It's a sports drama where he plays the ping pong prodigy and has an affair with his rival's wife.
Wow.
There's a lot, apparently, a lot of sex scenes in the movie.
That's what I was going to say. I have two feelings about this. Like, it also doesn't help that Gwyneth Paltrow has also been going on talking about how many sex scenes there are and how amazing this is. I can understand why Kylie would be feeling some type of way.
And
but
there
also,
wasn't an intimacy coordinator on the set, right? She's like, we don't do that. We just jump in bed and get naked, is what she's saying.
I don't know. But, like, also, though, Kylie, like, you're literally dating a movie star, one of the biggest movie stars. Like, you can't tell him to not do that. I feel like that's lame.
You guys, sometimes we get caught up in this and don't realize what's happening. How would we know that Kylie said that? We know that because they put it out for us to get to. Right. They're saying that so that we watch the movie.
Totally.
They're
It's
talking
definitely
about
a promotion for the movie. But you can also go, if that were my boyfriend and someone else was going, oh my gosh, our sex scenes are so amazing. While you know they're not actually doing it on the film. Like they're in compromising intimate positions
What
for
I'm
sure.
saying is that Gwyneth Paltrow and Kylie and Timothy and the marketing team probably sat around and said, here's how we want to lay this out.
And Chris was probably a part of it, too.
Right.
Totally.
Right, but
totally. But that does not negate the fact that you could relate if she really felt that way.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to make you look at it like it's not a profession. Like that's his profession. He probably, there's no emotion. It's like, I have to kiss her. I have to roll around with her. That's my job. And Kylie knows that. But for us, the marketing team is laying it out. So you're like, oh my God. Ooh,
it's steamy.
How steamy did they get?
When's the movie come out? 6 months from now, probably? 5 months? 4 months? Do we know?
I don't have the exact date right in front of me. I could look it up.
It's hype for when the movie comes out. All of it. All of it. We're falling for it. We're just sheep, you guys.
No, I love to fall for this kind of stuff because it seems so real. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I feel like the Kardashians do best.
What about Ed Sheeran? Because he's at Coachella this weekend, right?
Yeah, Ed Sheeran. By the way, that movie comes out December 25th. So just in time for Christmas. Real Stevie movie. Ed Sheeran was on the Call Her Daddy podcast and revealed a whole bunch of things. One of which is a question that he's been asked quite often of whether or not he'd actually do the Super Bowl.
There was a conversation about 10 years ago to go on with someone, and I think that would be the only way that I would do it at the moment. I don't think, I've had this conversation before, I don't think English artists are like, I mean, there are some that have the pizzazz of Super Bowl, fireworks, dances, blah, blah, blah. But me going up there and being like, here's the A-team. That is perfect. I just, no one wants to see that.
I kind of love how Ed Sheeran, knows what he is.
Self-aware.
He's like, it just doesn't fit the brand. People would be disappointed no matter what. They'd be like, I mean, Ed Sheeran's really talented, but you want more fireworks in a Super Bowl halftime. He knows.
Here comes Ed Sheeran, Super Bowl halftime. He'd be like,
hello.
But he sells out arenas. He does a hell of a show.
Yeah.
But I'm just not. What's funny is that you see Kanye also said why he's not going to. They wouldn't want him to be Super Bowl. He goes 3 reasons. One was because I said George Bush doesn't like black people, because of my support for MAGA, and there was one other.
Taylor Swift situation.
The Taylor Swift situation. And I'm like, there's probably about another 10 things, not just those 3 things.
Maybe 20 things at this point. He just doesn't stop,
But Ed Sheeran, dead on.
Yeah.
100%. He's at Coachella. Who else at Coachella?
Do you guys see Frank Ocean? There was the Frank Ocean stuff going on. So Frank Ocean, I think it was it wasn't last Coachella, but it was the year before that, and he had headlined, and people were so disappointed in his performance. He ended up canceling the second week of his Coachella set, and apparently he's hinting at this comeback because there's this mysterious Instagram account, and there's a billboard going on to Coachella, and everyone thinks it's Frank Ocean, and he's going to do
cool. That'd be cool. So headliners are Gaga, Green Day, Travis Scott, Post Malone, Missy Elliott, Benson Boone, Charlie XCX, T-Pain, Megan Thee Stallion, Shabuzi. There's a lot. It's a big lineup. Yeah, actually, if you're not going, you can actually stream it live this year, and they actually have a special Coachella app that you can watch it on.
Oh, YouTube does it live too.
You know who you are.
Johnjay and Rich, how did we get to that conversation about promise rings? Do you remember? And the Payne
we had someone call up, and she was upset that her boyfriend gave her a promise ring.
Right, and Payne said she would dump Kadeem if he got her a promise ring, right?
And we said, no, you would not.
Right. Brian, good morning. What's up, man? Your thoughts on the promise ring?
Hey, good morning, guys. I was listening to your guys' podcast this morning and heard Peyton's response to the promise ring and just kind of thought, isn't a ring? Like promise or engagement? Can't he give you an engagement ring and still call it off, or give you a promise ring and still marry you?
That's a valid question, Brian. Yeah, I think when you phrase it like that, I think it could go both ways. But I feel like there is a difference between a promise ring and an engagement ring. And I think the reason I had my reaction was because I am waiting for that engagement ring. And if he gave me a promise ring, to me, that would be like a slap in the face. Like, how dare you?
So he would be devaluing the relationship for where it is right now.
Exactly.
It's like it's taking it back.
It's taking it back like 5 steps.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that make sense, Brian?
I think it does. But doesn't an engagement ring vow to promise to marry you or take it to the next level, where, like, I think I agree with Rich, a lot of guys don't think like that, but I think it's just the perspective of the giver and the receiver, because you can still get a ring and he can still cheat on you, and you're like, wait, I have a ring. You promised to be vow to me. You gotta.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. I had a promise ring before. I think that's why I have such a hard stance on it.
Oh, and they didn't follow through, obviously.
Yeah, they were trash.
Unless
I'm so glad that didn't happen. No, I'm not married.
Brian, a couple other comments on the text line about this, by the way. Somebody says, a promise ring is a commitment to say, hey, babe, I want you forever, but I'm broke AF, so don't leave me till I can afford the ring you want.
Okay, you know what? If
If
Kadeem said that to me, I'd be like, I get it. Okay, I could accept it. But if you're just saying, hey, I promise to marry you one day, screw you.
Another point of view, another text says, Johnjay Rich, a promise ring. I had a promise ring for 5 years. We've been together for 10 this year. Coming from that, I think it postponed an engagement ring because I, quote, had a ring.
See?
Yep, that's one point. Now, Brian, I got to tell you this real quick. So, when I was in college, I worked at the check cashing place. I would cash checks, and I would have to answer the phones all the time. And I got to the point where I was just having so much fun answering the phones that I would change my voice all the time, just until I found a voice that I was comfortable with. You follow me so far?
Yes.
All right. So then I saw this movie starring Robin Williams called Cadillac Man. And some guy comes into the dealership and starts shooting up the dealership, and the phone starts ringing. And Robin Williams answers the phone and goes, good morning, Turgenato. And so now, if you guys have listened to the show, whenever I answer the phone sometimes, I like to go, good morning, Johnjay and Rich. And I'm making a weird voice. You are that voice, Brian. You sound just like that.
Good morning, Johnjay. Yeah, right? I try.
Yeah.
You're talking like the way when I just go, good morning, Johnjay and Rich. Because you're like, hey, Johnjay and Rich, it's Brian. I'm going to talk to you about Brad.
Do you work at a library?
No, the funny thing is I used to be a 911 dispatcher, and everyone was like, God, you could take the craziest calls, but on the radio, you were the calmest voice.
Yeah, I bet that's true.
You were a 911 guy? So have you, what kind of calls did you get as 911?
Oh, you name it. It's probably come through. I've answered thousands and thousands of calls.
You got a very soothing voice. So I bet you calmed them down, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is there any calls that stick with you, like you're laying in bed at night and you go, oh my God, I remember that. I hope I gave them the right advice.
I try not to relate that much because then it would definitely eat you alive in that profession. So I kind of, there's not one that, I mean, the kiddo calls definitely stand out.
Oh, sure.
There's so many that you're like, oh man, I don't want to.
What about stupid ones? You ever get anywhere it's like, yeah, hey man, I got this pizza in there and it's taking too long.
There's some that actually will call and be like, hey, I need help. I don't know if you've heard the one online where they call and they're like, I need help with my homework.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm talking about you, not online.
No, right. But they'll call and be like, I can't find something in my house. Can you send somebody to help me? Because they know if you call 911, someone's going to answer. They're going to fix your problem, whatever it is.
What do you do now, Brian?
I'm a firefighter.
Oh, wow. Right on. Well, Brian, appreciate you for calling in and listening and participating, and thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, peace and love, Brian.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So, like Brian, you can call us at 877-937-1047 or text us. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to the number 96893. 1047 Kiss FM, Johnjay and Rich. We need a contestant. We're going to play a game. So call us at 877-937-1047. Tickets to see Kesha are on the line. While we wait for those Kesha contestants, Baby Noah's in the studio. I haven't heard from him in a while. But a couple things. Yesterday, he gave me a heads up on something, and I felt him and I shared a moment. And I haven't heard anybody else talk about it except for Noah and I. What was it, Noah?
Yesterday was the 4-year anniversary of Fearless Taylor's version, which was her first re-recording of the 6. We still have 2 more to go. And she dropped a Fearless Taylor's version cardigan. And I told Johnjay about it, and we were both in there at the second it launched, buying it like teenage girls. It was great.
And I got it. I got a 2X.
This is so funny because I feel like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. No, it was right around Valentine's Day that you're like, I can't buy any more Taylor Swift cardigans. I already have so many of them.
Like you got a problem?
Yes, because she dropped like one for Valentine's Day or something, right?
She did. I have 9.
You have 9 cardigans?
How come you don't wear them in here? You think you can put those on rotation? And you have?
Yeah. There's
Not
one that's
often,
pretty neutral that I wear every once in a while, but the rest are so bright and so colorful that
this one's brown.
really just
I
depend
can't
on the
wait.
day.
I can't wait to wear it in the summertime.
Yeah, this one's actually really neutral, which is the reason why I caved. The one for Valentine's Day was like straight up pink, and I'm just
thinking
like,
of
when am I
bringing
gonna wear
back
this?
the cardigan as a fashion statement.
Oh yeah, the
Did it
buttons
ever
on
leave?
it feels so fancy.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited. Also, you went to go see the Minecraft movie. What's your take on the Minecraft movie?
I think the Minecraft movie was way better than I could have even expected.
Oh, really?
I didn't think the trailer looked all that good. I wasn't going to go see it, but I grew up playing the game. So I'm like, I feel like, the Mario movie, I grew up a big Mario fan, so I went and saw that, and then it wound up being really good, mainly because of Jack Black. So I thought the same vibe was going to happen here. And it was so funny. I went with my dad, and we were dying. We were laughing. It was just so great. And it was really cool being able to see, like, some of the things that I've built, like, CGI'd into what it would actually look like in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I used to build, like, semi-realistic cities.
Did your dad have any idea what was going on? Because I take it he's not a Minecraft guy.
He knows a little bit from when I was younger, and
Okay.
he would watch me play, and I would, educate him on whatever, and he would be like, well... So he went into it pretty blind, but he was like, oh, I recognize that, or I know, some of the lore there, and I'm like, yeah.
I like what you said here. You go, it bridged the generation gap, and I really did get emotional and gooey in the theater. Call it stupid, call it heartfelt, but it was a great experience, and I got to experience it with my dad, which was a moment I will cherish forever.
That's awesome.
It was a core moment for
That's
sure
cool.
between us.
Right on.
That's cool. Man,
I'm
that's
so glad
very
we
cool.
That dad of yours is a good guy.
Yeah. Okay, Noah, thank you for the recap. We're going to get into, what are we playing, Rich?
We're playing the sing-along song challenge, and I know you guys are like, oh, this is so hard, but today I think is going to be one for the books.
Okay, Kendra's our contestant. Hi, Kendra.
Hi. play?
How do you play, Rich?
I'm
Want to tell
excited.
Kendra? All right.
Well, Kendra, what I do is I play a song that you guys should all know backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards, and I'm going to stop it. And then when I do, you just have to pick up the next verse. So our theme today is TV theme songs. Yay! I mean, what's the problem, you would say, with the modern day theme songs? Is that there's just not that many.
No,
that you know.
You
Actually,
don't want to sit through it.
I think the problem with modern day theme songs is there are so many. There's so many TV
there are a
shows
lot.
on so many. Like back in the day, you
But
had
not
three
with-
networks, and there were shows on Thursday nights that you watch. Now there's so many shows with so many theme songs that, like Kyle said, you skip through it, you don't know it.
A lot of them are instrumentals, but some of them have words. We're going to test that theory because some of the ones that are new shows, I think you do know backwards and forwards. In fact, we're going to test that theory right now. Johnjay, your theme song is from Netflix, The Perfect Couple.
Relax, Vincent.
Here we go.
Must be illegal.
There you go. I'm putting it on the board.
I love this song.
I mean, you love this song so much you had to learn the dance.
That's
true. That's how you get a point right there. Kyle, you have a TV show that was popular in the 90s and the 2000s called Friends.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke. You're broke. You're hey.
I'll give you a point for that. I mean, you got the 4 claps.
It's like you're always stuck in gear.
Okay. A classic for you, Peyton.
Okay, I'm a little nervous.
You better rock this.
Okay.
Phineas and Ferb.
There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket or fighting a mummy.
You're climbing up the Eiffel Tower, discovering something that doesn't exist, or giving a monkey a shower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Discovering something that doesn't exist, or giving a monkey a shower.
Nice. You remember we were somewhere and we met Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember what that was. But
Yeah, I don't. But we're at the airport or something and chatted with them. They kind of look like them. The
I don't
voices.
remember, I just remember the guy. I was like, oh, yeah.
The guys look like the cartoons. The guys who did the
Love
voices.
that.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, Phineas and Ferb is like an iconic show, and the fact that Ashley Tisdale was able to be the sister Candace,
Mhm.
Maddie from Sweet Life and Zach and Cody, and Sharpay Evans all in the same time while that show was playing.
Queen.
Icon.
She's a queen. This one's big for you, Kendra. Big.
Okay.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Okay, your moment's coming.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
On the hoops is where I spent most of my days. Chilling and something and...
Acting all cool.
Some b-balls up high. A couple of guys.
I will give you that one.
On the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of school. And a couple of guys who were up to no good
started making trouble in my neighborhood.
I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
I'm going to give you a point for that one. That was close enough. All right, Johnjay, this is really hard. I hope you can handle this one. Your theme song is the TV version of Batman.
Batman. Batman. Batman.
There you go. I knew you were up late last night. I didn't want to challenge you too much.
I think it'd be the Yellowstone theme.
You rose to that occasion.
Yes, good job. All right, Kyle, you have the classic Saved by the Bell.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by.
It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell.
It's alright, cause I'm
for Kyle. You better crush this.
Okay.
Peyton, are you ready?
Pressure is on.
Your TV show is the Disney classic Hannah Montana.
Oh, come on. You get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds.
Pretty good.
Mix it all together and you know that it's the best of both worlds.
Laugh.
I listen to this song probably once a week.
And it's pretty good. All right, so one more for you, Kendra. Your theme song is the theme song from Full House.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, there's a heart. I came to hold on to.
Everywhere you look, everywhere that you go, the thing to hold on to. The same thing that just...
That's worth it for the win! That's good. That's good enough for a win for us. Good job.
All right, we're setting you up with Kesha for Kendra. Congratulations. Hold on the line, Kendra. We'll set you up. Kyle's going with 3 things.
One man says he lost 132 pounds eating one particular fast food dish. I'll tell you what it is next with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich.
Call the show at 877-937-1047.
Johnjay, Rich, Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
This kind of blows my mind, but every once in a while you hear about someone eating fast food every day for a certain amount of time and losing weight. And this guy says he lost 132 pounds by eating Chick-fil-A's spicy Southwest salad every day for 14 months. So the salad actually has like 680 calories. It's one of the healthiest options on Chick-fil-A's menu. But he says it provided the necessary protein for his weight loss journey. And then he, strategically chose that menu item, cutting out other unhealthy items, and it gave him success. So I'm like, that's pretty cool and good for Chick-fil-A. I hate hearing this because I know that means Christmas cards are going to be more expensive to send, but the United States Postal Service is looking to raise the price of the first class stamp to 78 cents from 73 cents. We're so close to just being $1 every time you mail something. That will go into effect July 13th. So yes, before you even think about getting your Christmas cards ready for the year. Now, last November, Lay's asked fans to submit unique flavor combinations for their potato chips. And the top 3 suggestions have been named: bacon grilled cheese, wavy Korean-style fried chicken, and Valentina hot sauce and lime. Those are the top 3 contenders. You can purchase bags of these special flavors from April 21st through June 13th, and then vote on your favorite at dousaflavor.com. The person who came up with the winning flavor wins $1 million.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's really cool that Lay's, first of all, created an opportunity like that, but also pretty cool and fun for people to do in general.
Totally.
That's dope.
I feel like we should do a tasting Tuesday of the flavors. That'd be super fun. All right, that's 3 things you need to know.
All right, I'm going to play a little game. In fact, do you have the little... It's Thursday, Judge, you got a game for you?
Do I?
Is it Thursday?
It's Thursday, and Johnny's got a game for you.
All right, so we just played the sing-along song challenge, but it made me think of another, and we're talking about TV themes. So I put together a quick round of, I want you to guess the TV theme, okay? These are massive shows in my mind.
Okay.
Kyle, you go first. What TV show is this?
Yes, I'm strange guy. Strange guy.
It's the guy.
It's the guy,
and he's gross. And they're it's
Jackson
a UK
Lamb.
show. Yes. What is that called?
What's it called?
Steel.
Rich for the Steel.
Go ahead.
Slow Horses.
Yes, that's the show. Correct, Rich.
Yes, Apple TV, great show. Season 4 or 5 is coming out soon. Okay, Peyton, what show is this?
Sounds earthly and heavenly. I'm going to say not Game of Thrones.
It's not. Different game. Yes, Kyle.
Is it Adolescence?
Yes,
Is that
it's Adolescence. Good job.
That was creepy.
Impressive.
Dang.
Because they played it.
Rich, go to clip 4. What? Okay, Rich, what show is this?
This is the morning show, isn't it?
The morning show. Jennifer Aniston.
Because I skip over this every time, and they still give me too much.
Okay, now, if anyone can guess this. What show is this? Nope. This is my favorite show right now. And
Right now, the Mobland.
Mobland.
Dang,
That's cool.
close.
It's a freaking great show, I'm telling you. Mobland on Paramount Plus. Yeah, Dope Thief's got a great theme, too. I sit through that theme, too. And I sit through Mobland theme. Anyway, that was a fun little game because it's Thursday. I have a game for you.
It's Thursday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.